Hi there folks, and welcome back to Airgun Reporter. My name of course is Paul Capello, and on today's episode we're going to take a look at the .177 caliber Beeman P3 single stroke pneumatic pistol. At first glance, the P3 looks like any modern semi-automatic pistol in that it's made from mostly polymer material, which is a fancy word for high-grade plastic. Inside, the mechanism is made from high-quality metal parts, and that's something you can expect from the Vidoc factory where this pistol is made. That's a name synonymous with fantastic air guns. Also, I think firearm enthusiasts who want to practice indoors and out will find that the P3 is familiar and comfortable in their hands. Let's go ahead and look at some features. The Beeman P3 comes with fiber optic sights. In the front, we have this red post, and in the back, we have a green element. The rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. You know, I like using open sights, but I thought we'd have some fun today, so I went ahead and put a Walther MRS red dot scope on it, using an 11mm to Weaver dovetail adapter manufactured by BKL. The Beeman P3 pistol has an over-lever design. I'll show you what I mean by that. Open it up. Inside, there's the compression tube. There's no springs in here, so you can dry fire this one. Go ahead and cock that. It's a little bit tough. They say it's 27 pounds of effort. I believe them. The cool thing, automatic safety, pops on right there when you cock it. And you can dry fire this pistol as well. There's two ways to do that. You can either cock it completely. Go ahead and fire that off. Or you can cock it part way until you hear a click, like that. That's just the trigger going off. Really cool. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is some chrony testing, of course. So I've got some Beeman H&N Match high-speed wad cutter pellets. Let's pass them over the chrony and see what we get. If you haven't noticed yet, Beeman has changed their package design and they finally put the weight of the pellets on it. And it's a spiffy new design. I think you folks are gonna like it. I always like to see my pellet tins with the grain weight on it. I can tell at a glance what I'm shooting. Okay, let's cock this puppy. Wow, this thing is pretty difficult to cock, especially with the red dot scope on it, but you get used to it. All right, let me take my first shot. Get in position here. Got my red dot on. Wow. That trigger really feels like a match grade trigger. It's very, very light. I like that. Okay, we'll keep going until we shoot 10 shots over the chrony, and then we'll see the results. Wow, there's barely any recoil on this pistol whatsoever. I don't even want to pinch my hand. That would hurt. Wow, this really shoots like a 10-meter pistol. Can't wait to get to the accuracy. Wow, I think you folks are going to be very impressed by the results of our chrony test here. I know I am. We've got a low number of 365 feet per second, a high of 370, an average of 368. You see where I'm going with this? An extreme spread of only 4.4 feet per second, a standard deviation of 1 foot per second. That is extremely consistent. This thing definitely wants to shoot well. Let's go ahead and do some accuracy testing, and that's where it all counts, folks. Well, folks, it's the perfect day to be shooting here in the Air Lodge because it's raining cats and dogs outside. I'm lucky enough to have an indoor shooting range. But the good thing about a pistol like this is if you have enough room in your basement and you can shoot safely, make yourself something like a silent pellet trap or get a good steel trap, and you'll have fun playing indoors in the comfort of your own home. Okay, we're going to be using the same Beeman H&N wad cutter pellets. Let's go ahead and take our first shot. Wish me luck. Well, folks, I think this target really does those chrony numbers justice. You've got a tiny little hole there. This thing is definitely a match-worthy pistol. Look at that. Very nice. All right, let's move on to the sound testing, and then we'll check out that fantastic trigger for you. Folks, I don't think the Beeman P3 is a loud air pistol at all. It's got a good crack to it. It sounds like many match pistols. Not as quiet as, say, an IZH-46, but definitely not ear-splitting. I think the loudest thing our sound pressure meter is going to read is me closing the over lever. And speaking of that, remember to keep the palm of your hand flat. You do not want to pinch your skin inside this. It's really going to hurt. Okay. Let's see how loud it gets. Well, it looks like 95.4 is the loudest we can get with our decibel meter. And that puts the Beeman P3 in the low loudness category. That's really quiet. When you think about normal conversation is about 75 decibels, 95 is not that loud at all. Let's go ahead and test the trigger. And our average is very nice. 1 pound, 2.1 ounces. That's a nice little trigger. I gotta say, a light trigger makes all the difference in a pistol like the Beeman P3. I really like this pistol. There's very few things I don't like about it. One of my biggest gripes is, they say this is ambidextrous, and of course it is, but the safety is not. There is an automatic safety on the left-hand side, but on the opposite side, there isn't one. It makes it great for left-handed shooters, but for right-handers like me, I have to use my thumb to take it off safe. If they just put another slide on this side, this would be a perfect pistol. And plus, the cocking effort, yeah, it's 27 pounds, but man, this thing is so much fun to shoot. I have to say, the P3 is definitely worthy of the legendary Beeman name. For Airgun Reporter, my name is Paul Capello. Until next time, please shoot safe and have fun. Please remember, folks, air guns are not toys. Even the smallest calibers can cause serious injury if not used properly. And you should never, under any circumstance, point an air gun at a person. Parents, if you teach your children to shoot responsibly, they will have a lifetime of airgun enjoyment.